everyone, it's Elizabeth from Fern Creek Stickers, and I am here today to look at the compact vertical planner. So I just released kits for this planner. I know a lot of you are planning on using it, and I wanted to go over what some of the things are that you can do in this planner and how you can use stickers in it. So I'm going to show you three different things. I'm going to show you first of all using a compact vertical kit, then I'm going to show you using regular weekly kit stickers, and then I'll show you a little bit about using washi tape in here. So let's start off with the kits that I have. So the kits I released just have two sheets. So there's this first one that has headers for the days. It's got the kind of weekly overview piece. We've got some checklists, some boxes, some flags, and washi to go at the top. And then there's a sheet with both boxes and two-tone labels. You can use the A5 Daily Duo stickers in here, but the sizing is slightly different, especially the line spacing. So these ones are perfectly sized to fit into the compact vertical. So first of all, I'm going to show you, I'm just going to look on one half of the week. I'm going to show you planning out with these stickers, but I want to show you how you could also use regular stickers that you might already have in your collection in this planner. So first of all, we've got a strip to go at the top to cover up the month and kind of add some decor to this white spot at the top. So that goes all the way from the edge to the coil. And then let's see, this is Friday, Saturday, Sunday over here. So let's pull these days off. Okay, and then these just cover, oops, if I could put it on straight, it'll cover up both the line and where it says the day. There we go. So now we've got our days of the week on there, and we've got date dots as well. I'll just throw some random date dots on there really quick with my tweezers. Oops. If I can pick them up. All right, so that's what the days look like, and then we've got this big box that goes for the kind of weekly overview. And I'm just going to try to line that up with the day of the week header. So that's kind of the, I don't know, the base for this planner. Then on here I've got checklists. I have two that are long enough for the whole day. So I figured that most people aren't going to just make a long checklist every single day. So I've got two in case you've got one day you're like running a ton of errands or want to make a shopping list or something. And then I've got a bunch of other shorter ones. So you can put in a checklist. And then we've got the boxes, and so this one will take up 2 lines on the boxes sheet. There's also ones that'll take up just 1 line. Like that. And then we've also got the flag stickers, and so you could use these either horizontally like this. If you wanted to mark something, you could even use that as like a header. You could put a to-do script on that. I can't see how high up I'm doing that. So you could like put a layer of to-do or a to-call script or something on top of that and use it as a header. You could also use it if you wanted to mark something that was happening like over a longer period of time. You can also flip it and put it vertically like that. And I will have actually, I should have said this up front. When you're seeing this video, mystery kits are going to be live today. I am introducing mystery kits in the compact vertical format, so you'll be able to pick one up. But also today I will have, along with the mystery kits, I will have hourly strips for the compact vertical. I didn't include them in the kit because I figured I could just make them in, that not everyone's going to use them, but if I just make them in black, then they'll coordinate with any kit. So if you want them, you can pick up a sheet to use. So I will have strips that have hours if you want to put those in your compact vertical. So that's kind of the basic overview of the stickers for the compact vertical that I designed. And again, this will fit just into one of these boxes, and the larger two-tone labels will fit into into 2 of them. And so again, with this, you can have a combination of what your to-do list is, plus events that are going on for that day. You can, yeah, I mean, you can kind of do whatever you want with marking what's important and what the priorities are. So I think this is a great planner for people, either if you wanted to use this just as a work planner, and it's a good place to, you could put meetings and to-dos, your overview for the workday, or I think for people who don't have a lot going on in their personal life, like that's for me, the reason I use one planner for my work and personal life is I've got way more work stuff going on and not as much personal stuff. But if I wanted to separate them out, the compact vertical could be a good option for me because it doesn't have a ton of space that I feel like I need to fill up. So I could have a few to-dos, mark off, have space to mark the big events that are happening in my day, and be good to go with that. So again, those are the compact vertical stickers that I've released. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing how to use them. But then I also want to show you, we'll flip to the other side, how you might use some other regular stickers in the compact vertical as well. So I've also got some stickers from the same kit, but these are just from the regular weekly kit, and we're gonna play around with using them in this planner. And I think you can do some interesting things with the with regular stickers in here, because the compact vertical stickers for the most part are going the full width. And that for a lot of people, I think that that's probably good and what they want. But when we use smaller stickers, we can play with kind of dividing up the columns. So first of all, I'm realizing I meant to grab a regular washi sheet, but I did not. So we'll use this from the journaling sheet, but you obviously could use, if I don't just stick my sticker in the middle of the planner, you obviously could use, you know, any washi, like from an essential sheet or from the washi sheet to go in here. But let's use this from the journaling sheet to go on top. Okay, so it looks like this is gonna be, let's start at this end. It's a little hard to place this since it's not a straight line. Okay, and then I'll just trim this off with scissors. So it's obviously, it's not quite straight and it bleeds into these a little bit, but I think that you could play around with this to make it look pretty cute, and especially I probably would have whited that out first. But you could again just use a regular washi strip at the top as well. I've got this other strip from the journaling sheet, and you could put it, actually, what if we trim it off? So I'll put it so it lines up with the edge of that column, and then I will trim it. So something like that looks cute. So in terms of then date headers, so you can definitely just use, well, I guess I'll put the right day of the week on the right spot. So these are this is the vertical extra sheet. So these are 1.5 inch wide date headers, and they will fit over the days of the week in here. So you could definitely use something like this. And then if you wanted to, you could use, and again, I would white this out if I was actually doing it, but I'm not going to here. You can use like skinny washi to cover up these lines, and you could put a break in the middle or not. Oh, I said I was going to put the right days on, and then I just totally messed up. But we're just playing around here, so who cares if Thursday and Wednesday are in the wrong order. So those headers fit really nicely into those spots if you wanted to do something like that. You also, too, you could put a bigger washi strip down first and then layer these on top. So like if you wanted to center them, 15mm washi should fit right across there, and then you could center these in the middle. So that would be another possibility that you could do. So then let's look at some of the other stickers. So especially the like 1.5 inch wide options. So let's see, what do I want to do first here? So well, let's start with, let me pull one of the checklists off of the compact vertical sheet. And because I think that one thing is not everybody is going to need the full width to write out a checklist. So you might want to write a checklist out on one side, but then you could also mark something next to it as well. And well, now that I see that, that's not a lot of space to write in a checklist, but I guess you could move this out further to the edge. And then if you wrote small, you would have room for a checklist there. So let's see. So yeah, I think if you wrote small, you could definitely put a checklist. I was just making up random to-dos there. You could make a checklist that goes next to a box if you wanted to mark something else that you had going on. I also grabbed these scripts to see how they fit in the lines here, and I think they're gonna fit really nicely. So if you wanted to put these in, yeah, these fit really well. So you could make a to-do list with the scripts here. Let's see, so another thing too, the ombre check boxes, you could put these in for a to-do list instead, and this would give you some room that if you wanted to put some, you know, like things going bigger across the top. And you could also play with turning a half box sideways is always a good hack. This is something I've done in the Daily Duo sometimes. And so you can turn a half box sideways if you wanted to mark something else that was going on. So it's not ideal since there's not enough room to put two 1.5 inch wide stickers next to each other, but I think that there's some room to play around with it. Let's see, I also grabbed the functional sheet here. I don't quite know what I'm going to show that's different with that. If we look at the journaling sheet though, some of these, well, I think I made these about 1.5 wide too. Yeah, but you could definitely use some of those to mark off what you've got going on, layer those with a script. I'll just do it here instead of moving stuff around. What happens if we center some of these? So yeah, I think you could also too, you can, if you didn't necessarily need to use the boxes that cover the whole thing, you could put something centered and say run errands there. And again, then I actually would like run errands if you wanted to then write which errands you're gonna run. Let's say you've got 3 errands that you wanna run, then those could come underneath here. And now you've got the full width to write, but you've got kind of a header there. And then actually that goes back to thinking about like, okay, how could you divide this up? You're like, okay, I want to put the errands I'm going to run, and then you could put some skinny washi across to then divide up for something else underneath. Let's see, we've got our knife and fork stickers from the extras sheet, and those will fit nicely in 2 lines. Then you could mark something else down there. I also grabbed the doodle sheet to see how these fit in here. So these will probably take up about 2 lines. Okay, or I guess these are kind of like a 1.5 lines. But that's actually one way if you wanted to divide things up. If you wanted to be able to use 2 columns, there's a lot of like, you could, let's see here. Like if you wanted to, at the bottom of each day, you wanted to mark like, okay, this is what we're having for dinner, and this is what my workout is for the day. Then there's definitely room down there to be like, okay, this is, we're having chicken tacos, and I'm doing power yoga. I would never do power yoga, but making things up. So you could mark off something like that. And again, you could like divide that up at the bottom of each day. That washi is very upside down, but that's okay. You could have something like that marked off at the bottom. And let's see, I think that the days of the week on here are probably, well, oh, actually, well, isn't that interesting? The day of the week works pretty well. I guess that was for Tuesday. That was for a shorter day. Hold on. Okay. Sorry. This was like me when I was testing and getting the measurements for everything right. Okay. So like Wednesday's not going to cover up all the way, but let's see what happens if we white it out. If we white it out, then we can use that really well. And then if you wanted to put a date dot with it, because if you've been planning for any amount of time, you have a ton of date dots left over. So you could put a date dot with it. But actually these days of the week from the journaling sheet work pretty well. So and yeah, yeah, again, using some of these swatches. You could also like pair a doodle with a script on one of these. So if we want to do like paint nails with the nail polish, actually I should put that one further over. There we go. So something like that looks cute. So I think the biggest challenge with this is figuring out, if you don't want things that go all the way across, what are you going to do to maximize the width? And maybe that looks like you're just going to kind of stagger things. Maybe you are going to avoid using some boxes and divide things up like this. Maybe you are going to have a to-do list that you write really small and get creative with. So yeah, I mean, this I think if I'd moved this ombre box over to use a little bit of that margin, this wouldn't look too bad with the half box going the other way. And so then in the half box going the other way, you know, you could put like, you'd be like, okay, what are the things that I have to tidy up? And then you could put your list of things that you're gonna tidy up in that box. So kind of two different approaches to taking this. You know, this I think maybe is easier to make look neat and clean, but I think there's also a lot of room to potentially get creative by using some other regular stickers. And again, if you're watching this, chances are good you've got a pretty good collection of regular stickers already, so you might be looking for a way to use them. The other thing I did want to show you is just using 15mm washi in here. If I was doing this in real life, I would use a different washi on the top than for the headers, but I just wanted to show you that 15mm washi works really nicely for covering up the month at the top, and then also it works really well for covering up the dates. And so I just then layered some day of the week stickers over this, and again, I would probably add date dots to that. So you could also use some washi too if you are looking to jazz things up, and maybe use some washi to make it fun, and then some leftover stickers from your collection. So those are some ideas for planning in the new compact vertical planner. I hope that you enjoyed this. Please let me know if you are planning to use this planner, and especially what you're planning to use it for, because I'm really curious to see what this planner is going to get used for, and I can't wait to see all the creative things that you all do with it. I hope that you're having a great week, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye everyone.